Really?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god.
It's impossible.
Why are millennials not owning homes? Why are millennials not having kids? Why are they not doing this and that? I don't know, maybe it's because we can't afford to.
Can we just go back to 2001, please?
I think I'm going to be getting a house.
I'm just going to be renting till I die, to be honest.
How much do you think the average pint costs in London?
Average
How
pint?
much are you paying for a pint in London?
Like £7.
£6, yeah.
Almost all that. Too much. But you're looking at around £7 to £8 now. Unless you want to go to even Spoons these days. I went to a Spoons the other day and that was £7 and all. I thought they were supposed to be the ones that keep everyone going, but no, it's too much.
The average pint, probably like £6.
Yeah, I was going to say about £6.50.
I've heard friends bring up the £10 pint, and it's quite horrifying to hear about.
I heard of £11 somewhere.
Pounds, that's crazy.
How much do you think a pint was in 2001?
Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. If it's below £1, this is a problem. But I'm going to probably say about £2.50.
£2 in London.
Really?
Oh my god.
What? In
That's
London,
crazy.
£2?
Oh my god.
Wow.
How much of a difference would that make to your nightlife?
Oh, yeah, that's
A big difference.
That's pretty obvious, isn't it? Yeah.
No, surely not.
That's insane. That's ridiculous.
What difference would that have made to your nights out?
So much.
I mean, I would have drunk a lot more, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah.
Do you think that makes a difference to nightlife and how much students are able to go out?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it certainly does. I think that there's also just venues have closed since COVID. And yeah, I think both of those things.
It adds up so much,
Yeah.
so quickly.
I try not to look at my bank account after a night out.
Yeah, no. It's even like just getting the tube and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like the tube is like a big spend for me. It takes up so much of my money, just going back and forth on the tube all the time during like peak times. It's so much.
How much do you think the average 2-bed flat costs to rent in London?
Maybe 800.
Oh, I don't know. Probably between 17 to 2, I imagine.
2,000?
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
£2 probably.
You guys are bang on, it's £2,000.
Yeah, because I pay like near £1,000 for my 1-bedroom.
It's not even including bills yet as well. You got energy bills, council tax, everything like that. I don't know how are you supposed to actually pay that, especially if you're just wanting to move to London. You're starting out. You're forcing people to have to live at home.
It's going to keep increasing, that you might have achieved some kind of equilibrium and then suddenly, your rent, my rent went up by 17% last year and you just can't do anything. We negotiated that down.
In 2001, the same flat would cost you about £480.
Are you serious? Yeah. No.
480. Oh my god. That's like half of what I pay now.
No, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Nice. Can we just go back to 2001, please? That'll be decent.
What difference would it make to you paying that much in rent as opposed to about £1,000 in rent?
Oh, for me, easily. That would be easily going to like tuition fees, easily going to like savings for the future, like an ISA account or like a general savings account. It would make a world of difference, yeah.
I feel like I always try to budget, like when I go to the shop, like I'm shopping at Lidl and like trying to like do all these money saving things, but honestly like rent is such a big portion of it that at some point I'm like, it eats into so much money that how much will saving in other places even help?
Yeah, because obviously we're students right now, but I feel like when I work next year, the majority of my wage is probably going to go onto rent. Yeah, and it's quite hard to save when it's all going onto rent.
I would feel much more secure with my position as well.
You have to budget really carefully if you're paying that much.
Yeah, I think it's just you'd have to focus on essentials, which isn't ideal, especially when you have like transport and stuff that also takes a lot of money.
Yeah, especially in London.
Yeah, so much.
You mentioned they're kind of saving, and in terms saving for a deposit is like one of the biggest challenges that I think a lot of young people face. How much do you think the average deposit in the UK is? How much would you need to save?
I mean, to be honest, I've kind of accepted the fact that I'm probably never owning a house.
I'd probably say 50, 60,000, I imagine.
Maybe like 30k?
It's £53,000.
No way, that's so much.
Ridiculous actually, oh my god.
No, I don't think I would save that.
No, absolutely not. Oh my god.
How long do you think it would take you guys to save that much money?
A long time, yeah.
Like 53 years. Saving isn't even on my mind right now. Like I'd love to save if possible, but I mean, considering the job market, I feel like I'll be lucky to be able to like.
And I feel like it
break
demotivates
even.
you from even saving. In terms of like, I don't feel like I'll be able to save a house. So it's like, I don't see, might as well spend it, but like, I may as well invest my money in like other things, I feel like.
Do you think that's a savable amount? Can you imagine saving that much while renting?
Based on my current salary, no. No. I mean, it would take years, like at least a decade.
Gosh, that's like more than a year's salary with the kind of job I hope to get when I graduate. So many, many years for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, at least 5 years.
That,
Not longer.
the average age in the UK that someone buys their own property is about 35. Can you guys imagine renting until you're 35?
No, because you don't get anything back from that. Like, you're just putting money in a pit, basically. There's no return on your investment when you're renting. And everyone's always told us our whole lives, like, only rent when you have to, buy when you can. But with it being 35, like, that's not fair compared to everyone that got, like, an easier route, like, 10, 20, 30 years ago.
And people kind of have, like these, every day you see these news articles being like, why are millennials not owning homes? Why are millennials not having kids? Why are they not doing this and that? I don't know, maybe it's because we can't afford to. Like, somehow this is our fault that we're not doing the things that our grandparents were able to do at a fraction of the cost. My grandfather was a medical student at Cornell. He was born in 1929, so he went to college, med school in like the 50s or so. He paid his way through school as a waiter. Cornell, med school. Imagine that now.
It's not feasible now whatsoever.
It's impossible. If you're looking at, rent now, especially in London, proportions of wages compared to probably what it was, well, for me is 95. I can't imagine it's going to be anywhere near that. I don't really know how anyone does it. I don't think I don't earn an extortionate amount at all. I'm not, but it's impossible to save. And I think compared to an average salary, I would think if I'm on an above average salary, I should be able to afford a house. That called me stupid.
But like my brother bought in France instead. He just bought a house in France because he can't afford the UK. Yeah, no, he's moving to France because it's so expensive here.
In 2001, that deposit was 18,000.
Wow. Yes, yeah. 18K, wow.
Do you think that young people have been a priority for these parties?
No, not really. I mean, you have one party saying they literally want to conscript 18-year-olds, which is crazy. And then the other one, I feel like, I don't know what their stance is on young people because they don't really say.
No. When are they ever, really?
Do you think that politicians understand what it's like to be a young person right now and how much it costs?
No.
No.
I mean, Rishi Sunak was suggesting national service. I don't think they care about us. Yeah, so it's pretty bleak for younger people in general, especially when it comes to the job market and just generally the economy.
I think they understand, they choose not to do anything about it.
Really?
I think you can't be that oblivious. It's impossible. You can't not know what's going on. It's just impossible, especially if someone in power. If we know what we're doing, we're not in power, how can the people that are not understand? I just think they choose to, I don't know why, but yeah, to answer the question, it's like they have to understand it. I just don't understand why they don't do anything about it. Or they try to, they might say they do, they might have a plan. How much it actually is going to affect actual working class people that don't earn a lot, well, we'll see once July 4th comes round.